We evolved to navigate a finite world. We build mental maps of reality, and every map has an edge. Historically, early thinkers and cosmologists applied this biological constraint to the night sky. They assumed the cosmos had to have a rigid shape, a final boundary our minds could hold. But the moment you draw a line around reality, the mind asks the question that shatters the map. What is outside it? Your brain wants a wall to stop at, but modern cosmology describes the universe as the totality of all space, all matter and energy, and time itself. Our hardwired neurology requires a boundary to feel certain, while the reality described by physics is boundless. These two systems are functionally incompatible. When we look at what science can defend today, we start with the baseline definitions provided by institutions like NASA. As we see in this model, their data states the observable universe stretches roughly 92 billion light-years across. This edge marks a limit of information. It represents the furthest point light has had time to travel to reach our telescopes since the Big Bang. To understand what exists past that threshold, cosmologists analyze Planck-era measurements. By combining that data with baryon acoustic oscillations, they calculate the overall curvature of space. Look at how this geometry behaves. The data constrains spatial curvature to within 0.4% of a perfectly flat plane at 95% confidence. This extreme flatness suggests that cosmic inflation lasted far longer than the minimum required to solve the flatness problem. That expansion points to a reality extending far beyond our current vision. The current data leads to a specific conclusion. We see no confirmed edge, no confirmed outside, and a universe that is significantly larger than our observable horizon. Past the limits of our optics, observational science gives way to theoretical cosmology. Researchers currently debate three primary ideas about what exists beyond the horizon. The first hypothesis suggests there is no outside at all. If the universe includes all space and time, outside is a linguistic concept that does not correspond to a physical place. The second hypothesis proposes the universe is simply infinite. Under this model, you could travel outward forever and ever without ever reaching an edge or an external void. The third model is the bubble universe. This visualizes our reality as one of many independent bubbles emerging and expanding within a much larger structure. However, unlike the measurements of our observable universe, this bubble multiverse remains speculative and unproven. These three models reflect our current theoretical frameworks, and each one removes the final, tangible boundary the human mind expects to find. Even when presented with this data, the mind resists it. We find ourselves searching for an ending that the science does not provide. The limitation is biological. Human working memory relies on finite information processing, making a true concept of infinity physically impossible for the brain to map. This creates an emotional strain. An endless universe forces the mind to face a scale that dwarfs the entire sum of human experience. Our evolutionary history rewards a desire for control and certainty. We prefer the safety of a definitive somewhere over the overwhelming scale of everywhere. Because of these limits, the most honest, evidence-based answer modern science can give about an outside is that we do not know. The scale of the universe exceeds the reach of our telescopes. It also reaches past the biological capacity of the mind trying to understand it.